the corner before we went on air, and I've still completely forgot to change it. So if I can do that mid-pod, then I will, because we're not the Villa Vault tonight, of course. We are indeed back to part of the Pride ways. But of course, I can never do this by myself, and it would be a very strange show if it was just me. I've got the lovely Gary, Emma, and Lyndsey this evening. How are you all?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, good, thank you. Bit stressed, bit frustrated, but hey, we're going to talk about some very, very good things this evening, which is what we all need as a bit of a distraction, don't we? So we haven't been live for a couple of weeks now. Completely my fault. I've been ill, but I do have the majority of the voice back now to talk to you lovely people about what Villa women have been up to. We're going to talk about incredible goalless draws, you know, an oxymoron we never thought we'd need, and also three massive, massive points at the weekend as well. We're also going to be talking about our upcoming game away to Chelsea too. So do stick around, get involved in the chat. If there's one, I hope there's one. Who knows? Who knows what is happening right right now? But do share your thoughts if you can. Right then. So let's start way back when with a little game against Manchester City, because we kind of all went into it thinking, be realistic. You know, there's Buddy Shaw, there's Viv Miedemar, you know, there's all of this. Oh, Kachua's in the chat. It's working. Well, hey, well done. Yeah, Kachua's fixture they've been waiting all year for, Chelsea versus Villa. Don't worry, mate. We're gonna talk all about it. So Manchester City, we all said they're on brilliant scoring form, brilliant playing form, and probably going to be about 3 or 4 nil. Maybe we'll get one back, and it'll be great. Did anyone think we'd pull out a performance like that? Because I remember sitting watching it thinking, this is a really bloody good game of football. Who wants to start us off about that City game?
I think I
Yeah, go on,
I
Gary.
quite enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Really didn't expect it. Now, obviously, we were both on the pod with Crunk, not nice enough to
Yes.
host us, and I did mention to him that the reason Keaton isn't in the England squad is because Ellie Roebuck's so good. How good was Ellie Roebuck against Man City?
So good. So good. And you just
Like
think
the
like,
whole
oh,
team were fantastic, but some of the saves that she pulled out, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
it's like, yeah, that's our keeper.
I really didn't think that it would say this, but I almost think that we should have beat City. We had more chances,
Yeah.
and their goalkeeper did look to be a bit of a liability as well. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy to say it, but I actually think the Man City match was 3 points lost rather than a point gained.
Who do
Ah,
we think we
and
are,
that's going
right?
to be the
Talking
only
like
time
that.
we're ever going to say that.
But no, it's true because there were, especially in that first half, when we came out so powerful and so attacking. I went, all right, Villa, this is a team I can get behind. Yeah,
In
fantastic.
my,
And you right, we could have nicked a goal, couldn't we, or two at least? Yeah, Emma, go on.
in my notes, I literally have, how did that not go in capital letters, and then put times four next to it. So that's how like annoyingly close we were to scoring in that game.
and and that's the thing, but to be so close, and yes, we can definitely look back and go, oh, probably should have scored that one, and because Chastity hit the woodwork, didn't she, at one point, and you just think, oh, we came so close to scoring, but the massive thing is, especially if you look at other results against Manchester City, a goalless draw is probably one of the best results that we could have hoped for, in terms of keeping a clean sheet, without scoring, of course. Because Lindsay, for you, what did you make of it? Because it didn't feel real, did it? At
Uh,
some points of that.
Well, historically at Villa Park, when we played them, it's always been a good game. It's always been tight. It's always been close, regardless of league position and performance. Like it's just always been like the tightest fixture, and they're doing so well at the moment. And like to come away with that result was amazing. It did feel like we dropped points, but at the same time we won. And if you think about the morale of the team going into that game and everything that we've had, like we haven't been playing our best and we've been dropping points, and I think that was a massive confidence boost, and hopefully that'll be the fixture that turns our season around towards pushing on in the last few games and get as many points as possible. And yeah, okay, we've dropped, it feels like we dropped 2 points, but actually we might have had the bigger win. So we lost the battle, but we're going to win the war, because the confidence in the girls is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. And I think for a lot of City fans as well, and I think, Gary, even we were saying when you mentioned Crunk there, we both went, yeah, you're going to win. You're welcome. We'll try and put up a fight, but we know, we're being realistic. But the fact that, like you've all said, we just came out fighting, and we were, yes, lacked that bit of clinical edge, but that was the most fluid they've looked, the most confident that they've looked. And you think, if that's what we can do against City, who realistically, we had no right to do that against, really, considering their form, you just think, okay, well, let's do that against everyone. Why is it just against City? But it's that time old thing of, we always turn up against your Chelseas and your Cities, and it's usually your Leicesters that we struggle against. But hey, not this time. And we're gonna talk all about it. But yeah, we were the much better side in the first half, forcing Keating into a lot of saves. And like you said, Gary, she looked a bit wobbly in some stages, didn't she? But we had, I think it was Rebecca Knark, wasn't it? Had a City's best chance at the back post. But again, that was one of Roebuck's fantastic saves. And oh yes, it was that Greenwood corner where Chastity went, hang on, and like chested it off the line. And you just think, that was a beautiful bit of defending. And you just think, that's what we need. We need bodies on the line, and we just need to throw everything at it. But yeah, it was just a joy to watch. And this lovely little thing that was on BBC. For Villa, it was a spirited display that halted their run of 5 straight losses in all competitions. Yay! Well done, us. And again, like we said, to do it against City. But do we think the fact that, because obviously we didn't have Maya, she was at the Women's Asia Cup, but City, of course, were missing a lot of key players, and also it was the first time we were all together after the international break as well. Gary, do you think they just couldn't plug the gaps? It was just too soon to do that with the key players missing. Do you think that was a key part of it?
No, I genuinely don't, because
Great,
it was
yeah.
the same team that went and played Spurs last weekend.
Yeah.
And like from Spurs beating us 7-3, obviously, like I said before the game, I thought that we were going to end up getting chinned by City. I said the same team that turns up against City, that turned up against Spurs, but we're going to get beat about 10-0, because they were just going to tear us apart. But what we done against City was quite an impressive performance. And then whenever City went and played Tottenham, Bunny Shaw had a hat-trick in 12 minutes.
Fastest ever WSL hat-trick.
Yeah. So that's the same team. Yes, we're still talking that they were missing players, but they do have proper depth.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they could turn around and say it's because we were missing our Asian players that we didn't annihilate Aston Villa, because the same team went and annihilated Tottenham Hotspurs.
That's a very good point. Yeah. And we kept Bunny Shaw out. We did.
Yes.
We stopped her scoring. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful game of football. But it was quite funny though, because we were all saying, how frustrating a Villa in the best possible way. The fact that Kirsten Kasperai got her first cards of the season.
Oh,
Yeah, go
I'm
on.
surprised Casper I stayed on the pitch.
I'm very surprised she did. Yeah, I'm sure there was one point where she got a bit frustrated, and I thought that should be a second. That should be a second yellow for that. Lots of shirt pulling, wasn't there? Shirt and
Yeah.
shorts, and you just
And
think, oh, don't let it,
Ariane
don't let
got
it.
her hair pulled as well. I don't know who it was by, but she got her hair pulled.
Yeah.
Was it the hair though, or was it the shirt? Because I've seen lots of people started to be outraged with a hair pull, thinking, "Yep, should be off." I think it might have been Greenwood, but then on the replay, it was like it was the shoulder, but her hair was just like over and kind of in the way, so it wasn't like a hair; it was a shoulder. Because I thought that was a bit naughty as well. But yeah, checked in it, and it wasn't quite. But yeah, it was feisty. It was great. Proper good game of football, that. But yeah, the fact that they've used a very frustrated picture of Buddy Shaw as the header for the match report makes me very, very happy indeed. Yeah, they had a penalty shout. I can't remember that. Did they have a penalty shout?
I don't remember.
Blinker Brown went down. No, it clearly wasn't a good one because none of us can remember it. But yeah, I just remember watching it thinking, I would happily watch that every week, that standard of football. And
Yeah.
some lovely, lovely passages of play there. And you could tell everyone at the end was just like, we can do this. And that's exactly how it should be. So it was about this time last year, wasn't it, that we went on a bit of a run. Or it might be
Yeah.
a bit early actually, but yeah, you just think
Well,
we can do
close
it last
enough.
year.
We're definitely coming towards our last 5 games, and that's
How
that's
mad
where
is
we
that, by the
smashed it
way?
last season.
Yeah, like I can't believe it's nearly the end of the season already. It feels
I
like
know.
it feels like January lasted about 50 years, and then suddenly it's March, and people are saying, "Hey, last home game." It's like, oh, what? So yeah, it's just gone by in the flash of an eye. No, blink of an eye. It can be a flash of an eye, right? That can work. But yeah, I thought just again reading and rewatching the highlights, but this really hit home. It was Villa not only went toe to toe, but roundly outplayed City for 45 minutes.
Oh damn right we did.
At least,
Yep.
yeah. I was like, yeah, we did. But again, some biased commentary, of course there were, being like, yeah, City are going to come out the second half, they're going to come out fighting, and although they were better in the second half, we for once, held on and didn't let them through. So very, very proud of them indeed.
It was a proper team performance,
Yes.
and
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
it was
'cause-
one of those games. Whenever you watched it, you were going to be hard pushed to pick who your player in the match was,
yeah.
because everybody was outstanding.
And it was, and again, that's fantastic to see. But even just the way everyone seemed to gel and then knew finally where each other were, and I think because City were a bit disjointed as well, it just made us look even better the way we were pushing forward. So yeah, I had a thoroughly good afternoon watching that game, really did. And we only got one yellow card, and City got two. So not bad indeed. Good afternoon out. But the key thing as well, that just to kind of reiterate, not only, yes, it was a point, but a point against City, who of course are going to, the title race is pretty much done. But they'll of course not want to take anything for granted, will they? So they've probably seen this as an easy 3-pointer. And we went, no, thank you. And we stopped them in their tracks. So yeah, huge win for us against the league leaders. Anyone got anything else to say about the City match
I
before
do.
we move on? Yeah, go on.
So the City match was our designated level playing field fixture for Unite for
Yes, it was. Take it away.
which is it's a nice little seamless link. Which is promoting equal access to sporting events for disabled fans. The club championed British Sign Language, and they gave some resources out, which we supported them with, and there were photo opportunities and all sorts of things. So a big thank you to everybody who got involved, and there was the opportunity to sign your favourite player's name. So that was great. And then when they announced the players, they had an interpreter, WSL interpreter, up on the screen signing the players' names. And I've been told on the quiet that they're looking to do a little bit more British Sign Language work with the players going forward, because they engage with it so well. So that's why you've seen the content on the Villa socials of them signing things during the international break. So hopefully this is the start of a really positive conversation around British Sign Language and champion disability fans and all that kind of thing. So all well received. And I've got a nice flag at the back now to add to my collection. So
oh yeah, very good.
Level playing field for the flag. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't hang it outside; it might get robbed. So it's inside for next
You know,
year.
I still have to get my scarf back from you. I put it in your bag whenever we're walking down.
It's in my bag. I'll give it you at the Arsenal game or the West Ham game, whichever one I see you at next, depending on when the fixture is. I haven't forgotten. I haven't stolen it. Don't worry.
Well, that's because you already have one of them yourself too.
I do, and a badge.
Just nicking everything. Can't get the staff, Gary. Can't get.
Well, we didn't nick it. They were good enough to send them to us.
Yeah. So we just retain them for next year. So it's a temporary rehoming until they come out for the next year's fixture, because it's an annual event. So we will bring them out next year. So all washed and cleaned.
Yes, keeping them nice and safe, ready for next year. But yeah, the pictures look great. The fact like everyone kind of came together, didn't they, to celebrate? So
I literally was everywhere, so I apologise. Like I literally look like I'm trying to like photo bomb everybody. I was literally like, "Can you come here? Can you get a photo?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll be in the photos." I'm like, "Oh, I hate having my photo takes." I was like, "Can you come in? Can you come in?" Grabbing everybody, but everybody was really positive, and it was a reel on the fan club page, and every single individual in that reel has been affected by disability. Either they're a carer or they themselves are identifying as disabled, which was really nice, because you look at the video and you're like, are they or aren't they? And everybody's got like a little link to it. So I just think it's like really, really cool for representation.
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that you did so well to coordinate it and with everyone who supported as well, and Gary and just making sure that it wasn't just passed by, and it was a real moment and a real celebration of that.
We had a chat with I had a chat with Villa about it not being performative and it being genuine, and coming from a place of, you know, we champion what I do well, what I don't do so well, we work on together, and there was a very tough conversation about that was had, and they were very much of the belief of, why are we having this conversation? This is exactly what we want. We exactly want this to be what we're good at. We'll champion. Everything else will improve. So we're all on the same page. So that was a really positive dialogue to have.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Gary, were you going to say something there?
No, wasn't saying anything at all, other than, you know, it was nice to be involved in the day. You know, we all had very positive chats. You know, Lyndsey was getting bombarded while I was one of the beautiful assistants at the desk handing out the British Sign Language data. You did get abused. Everybody just seen the lady in the wheelchair and went, "Let's speak to her."
She knows what she's talking about. We'll just attack her and ask her loads of questions. And you guys were just handing stuff out, going, "Would you like this? Would you like that?" And I'm like, "Guys, thank you so much." It opened some really positive conversations, and hopefully moving forward with what we're doing with the club behind the scenes. Keep your eyes out for an announcement soon. Hopefully that will be really building really strong foundations and having the attitude and the mentality from the club to be positive towards disability, and not just do it for show is really, really positive. So thank you, Maggie and team, for that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It shouldn't. I'm so glad that we're having these conversations to make sure that people are being listened to and match days become for everyone. But it's such a shame that we're still having to fight for some of these aspects as well to make it accessible. So yes, thank you, Lyndsey and team for making that happen, and bigger and better next year, of course, as well. Right then, let's move on to the most recent game Villa had, which was at the weekend, and we travelled the short distance to Leicester. Leicester, who unfortunately have had a pretty bad season. Only on 9 points, still at the bottom of the table. But luckily for us, we won. So, although we are in 8th place, we are 11 points clear of the relegation zone. I say relegation zone, but of course remember that relegation is not guaranteed this year, because all you have to do is win the playoff game against whoever is third in the WSL 2. But you know what, at the minute, I think that's going to be one of the trickiest games whoever's in that bottom spot is going to face. So let's have a look, shall we? Because we made our predictions, didn't we, ahead of time, and we all kind of said, look, the way Leicester are playing, we're going to get a clean sheet. We're going to score multiple goals. Like, we're going to really go for it. But Leicester actually... they really came out fighting, didn't they, in that first half? And I didn't get worried, which was quite nice. I still felt that we could do it, but Emma, it was a bit dicey, those opening moments, wasn't it? Because of course Leicester then took the lead before half time.
That's so annoying, genuinely.
Yeah.
And we were all sat like right in front of it as well, but like for Layman to score. It had to be. It wouldn't have been anyone else.
It was written in the stars, yes.
It's almost like when Ashley Neville scored for Spurs after she moved to Leicester. You know, it's definitely like one of those moments.
Yeah, she forgot which net it was.
But to be fair, even then, like, we conceded and I still wasn't too worried. Because although it was very, like, Leicester, in fairness, you've got to give them some sort of credit because they did defend pretty well. Like, it wasn't the goal fest I was expecting it to be. So they did sort of give it a go. So I wasn't too worried at that point. And I was like, do you know what? We always tend to concede and then we score anyway. So I wasn't worried that we wouldn't concede. No. I wasn't worried that we wouldn't score. Because then often when we score, we'll then stop scoring a little bit more because we've got that confidence because we know we can get it in the back of the net. So, yes, we conceded. Was I worried? No.
Good, thank you. Yeah, because Gary, so Lehman scores and she's celebrating, and we said, oh, of course it had to be her first goal. Back, was it back since she's been back in the WSL?
Yeah, she hadn't scored for Leicester until she played us. To be fair, she has went close. I've watched Leicester a few times, and Lehman has been a proper threat for them in front of goal. But that's the first one that she's actually scored from. She's returning to England.
Yeah, and she was very happy about it, wasn't she? Celebrating in front of the fans. Yeah. She's like, no, Alicia. Well, you've had your time celebrating in front of us. No.
You can understand it, though. You know, she does work hard. And unfortunately, Lehman seems to be much better known for social media things. Nobody really expects her to do well on the football pitch, but she does work very hard, and it's nice to see her coming back and having a wee bit more success again, you know.
Well, the amount of times we said, didn't we? You know, if you take away all of the stuff that, you know, some people know her for, she's a decent footballer. She can pop up with a goal now and again. Like, she can do a good job. So Leicester probably is a really good team for her. So yeah, get in the goal. Going half time 1-0 down and just think, nah, the story's not over yet. And then 2 minutes after the restart, it was Super Patsy, Patman, back again. It was a lovely corner ball in from Lynn Vilms, and she just does a lovely little back flick into the back of the net, doesn't she? And Lyndsey, when that went in, was there a feeling of, yeah, we've got this? That was good. It was confident.
No, there was a feeling of confusion because our he was credited with the goal, and we were all there going, in
Yeah.
the group chat, we were all going, I'm sure that's Patsy, I'm sure that's Patsy, and people were sending videos going, it's definitely Patsy, it's definitely Patsy, and then I'll get a bit confused. But yeah, like it was like, come on, girls, we've got this. The the fighting spirit we had against City is here. We've got and I think I predicted that we would go behind and then fight back, and
You
it was just
did,
like
yeah. You knew you got it right, yeah.
this is what I think will happen. It's like we've got this fighting spirit, and coming back, it's a confidence boost, and it gave us a confidence boost to kick on. But
And yeah, I was just going to say, in terms of, fighting back and that confidence boost, can we take a minute to praise Ebony Salmon, please? Because her coming on in the second half, because obviously Miri, I think she'd hurt her wrist, hadn't she? Hurt her wrist and she had a yellow, so yeah, fair enough, take her off. But yeah, when Ebony came on, you just think that's the best she's looked all season, and I'd probably say even maybe before this season. She just looks like the Ebony that we knew. So confident, pushing forward, and then ultimately gets the assist, doesn't she, for the winner? And Gary, how was it for you seeing Ebony come on? Because we've seen her come on maybe like the last 10-15 minutes, haven't we? Not for much at a time, but to give her that whole half, do you reckon that was the confidence booster to be like, yeah, I'm trusting you with this?
I think it was the opportunity for her to show how hungry she was.
Yeah,
Because obviously, from we've came back, she hasn't been as involved in the first team.
yeah,
The last few weeks, and we all know Ebony has talent.
yeah,
For a while there, there's been some sort of questionable performances, and maybe not the best decision making. But it was nice to see her get that wee bit of a hunger back, and given the opportunity, they actually used the hunger, and it
yeah.
was quite clear that she wanted to make a statement whenever she came onto the pitch, and what a great pass it was.
It was, yeah.
She did play very well. Some could argue that it was probably a shot straight at the keeper, and Kirsty just happened to pick it up. But you know,
Either way, we're taking it.
no, it
Oh
was
yeah,
it was nice to see.
yeah,
Obviously, we could also joke about the amount of times that we've heard commentators say, ex Arsenal player, even though they've been playing for Aston Villa for like 3 or 4 years.
yeah.
Well,
Still got it.
now Leicester are just ex Aston Villa players, aren't they?
It did make me laugh every time they said it. They're like, and it's ex Aston Villa player, Alicia Lehman. Yeah,
Yeah, it was nice to hear that, and obviously again they brought Liv onto the pitch, and uh,
yes, of course, yeah.
I think that was mentioned as well that she was also ex Aston Villa, and it's like
Yeah,
this isn't something that we hear every day, but again, they're two talented players, they're two hard workers. The
yeah,
very start of the season, whenever I heard Liv was coming back to the Midlands, I'm like, why didn't we try and sign her?
yeah,
She's a very talented player, and I think of Leicester. Leicester obviously haven't been having a great season themselves, but
no,
how they invested in January, they've started to get slightly better performances, and obviously, like they brought in the experience of Neville, and we've loaned them Mailing, who obviously couldn't play against us. But
yeah.
they've started to bring in some experienced WSL players, and they could probably get themselves safe too.
Yeah, it's you think, do they have enough time to get themselves safe, or have they got enough to beat who's ever in that third place playoff? If it does stay the same, because if we look at the table now, I mean the 3 points behind West Ham, and I 3, 5. Oh God, maths. 5 points behind Liverpool. So it's still doable, those last couple of places. But you just think the way Liverpool are playing, I think they're a lot stronger.
Yeah, then
And
Liverpool are much stronger.
West Ham are a bit more hit and miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, between the two of them, yeah, there's still that opportunity, isn't there? So yeah, you just hope that there's enough time that if they are going to go on a great escape, that now's the time to really go for it. But
And if West Ham go down, can we steal Martinez?
I was going to say put a good word in, just be like, excuse me,
Yeah.
can I
We
interest
know
you in a
you
different
like
shade of
playing in
claret and blue?
claret and blue. Would you like to play for the proper claret and blue?
Could you imagine just going to all their players? Yeah, so we know you're an international. Would you like a place in our starting 11? Because we have some positions available. But I remember looking at who Leicester have got coming up, and they've got Brighton, London City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Everton last day of the season. So it's
Oh,
not,
that's nasty.
Yeah, that's not
yeah,
the
so
games.
it's not as if they've got another, not to say that we'd be like a easy target, of course, but it's not as if they've got another chance against West Ham, or they've got another chance against some other teams around them. It's a lot of those big hitters that are probably going to do them some damage. So yeah, I mean, Leicester can only hope hope for the rest of the season that they do indeed pick up and maybe have a bit of our magic from last season. But as long as that doesn't take away from us, then they can have a bit of magic if they prefer. But yeah, we need to talk about it. We talked about Ebony's cross in, but Kirsty Hansen, phenomenal Kirsty Hansen. Where would we be without her, right? She gets the winner in, was it the 84th minute? Yes. And you just think that's how it should be, drama right until the last minute. And it was just that, can we keep it? Can we do it? Please don't let them score. Please don't let them do it again. But yeah, when that whistle went, Emma, what was, because you were there, weren't you? What was the reaction like getting those 3 points first in a while?
Insane. Like, it almost reminded me of, like, you know, when you score against like the big clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, those sorts of clubs, and everyone's on their feet, they're like going crazy. It was very much like that. So like everyone then at the final whistle all stood up. We were all just clapping. The players were coming over, and then there was a really nice moment where Oriane, and I think they've posted it on like Instagram and that, like was trying to lead the fans to like cheer. She was then like jumping, and it was like Natalia who was like pushing her to do it, and it was like really really lovely. And then once she'd done it, so she was like running into the fans, not running into the fans, but like running at the fans and then jumping. And then Ebony was stood behind her with the player of the match trophy, so she turned around and pushed Ebony into it then. And I was like, it just literally just shows like a massive coming together of a team, because it shows that we all really needed that, like, and
very much.
just completely feel the team morale had like just got so much better. Like, it was already improving, but like that just sealed it for them. Like, they really needed it. So it was really, really nice to see and really, really nice to be a part of as well.
And it's lovely to see, because I know we've talked about socials and kind of that transparency with the squad as well, but it's been lovely to see, especially these past couple of weeks, as the social media aspect's been picking up again, that everyone was there to welcome back Maya from the Asian Women's Cup. And you know, congratulations to her in Japan for winning that. That was incredible, and seeing like the effort they made for her, and like you said, even just being in and around each other and celebrating that at the end of a match, and not just going off down the tunnel or having their own conversations, but really interacting with the fans, because you can, when things get a bit tense, that's usually the first to go, isn't it? That because they don't want to, I don't know, maybe don't want to disappoint, don't want to get too close just in case. But yeah, the fact that everyone just seemed truly happy was just incredible. Excuse me. So yeah, fantastic results. And like I said, we're now in 8th place on 20 points, equal with London City and Everton as well. We are all on 20 points, but we've just got a slightly worse score difference. So we just need to score a few more. don't
Only
we?
slightly worse.
Only by two to London City. So it's not. But we have scored more than them, so that should clearly count for everything. So there we go. So yes, but yeah, a brilliant turnout. And we do just want to say as well, a couple of congratulations that I realised I was going to start with and do a brilliant introduction, and then got distracted by technical things. So yes, so congratulations once again to Maya for winning the Asian Women's Cup along with Japan, of course. We were saying, weren't we, Gary? She got a goal and an assist during the tournament. Which is phenomenal for
It's
her.
actually up to her first international goal as well, so
First
that's a big deal
international
for her.
goal. Yes, yeah, massive deal because she's still so young, isn't she?
Yeah.
And you just think, yeah, that's exactly what the confidence boost that she needs. I'm just going to. There we go. Lovely. Those comments are now gone from the live stream, just in case anyone's worried. Okay, so so fantastic for her, and congratulations to her. We've also had some milestones, of course, over the last couple of weeks. Ellie Roebuck and Noelle Moritz have now hit 100 WSL appearances, so congratulations to them. Because we're also seeing Ellie being, only 26, isn't she?
Yeah.
So to get there, and have these appearances is a testament to her and her skill. And of course, we talked about Kirsty's goal just there. It was the first time she's reached double figures in a single season. So that was her 10th goal. So congratulations to Kirsty for that, because she does get enough credit from us, but I think still widely it's very much Bunny Shaw, Alessia Russo, when people think of those top goal scorers. And it's like, no, Kirsty needs to be a part of that conversation as well. So we did just want to shout her out for that one. Any other thoughts on the Leicester game before we move on?
I think we're happy. We done what we needed to do. It was a solid performance. We got 3 points, and it's on to the next one.
Exactly. And hey, on to the next one. Wonderful segue. Chelsea. So, but before that, I do just want to say, Kirsty Hansen, second top goal scorer in the WSL this season, only behind Bunny Shaw. So, Bunny Shaw on 18, Kirsty on 10, Carolyn and Viv Miedemar on 8. So doing incredibly well. So yeah, Chelsea's top goal scorer, Alyssa Thompson, 7 goals, is in 5th. So if Kirsty could just bang a few more in at the weekend, that sounds good to me. But of course, Couture in the chat, excuse me, said earlier, apologies for what's going to happen on Sunday. It's nothing personal. Now, Couture, you're really struggling with injuries at the minute, mate. And that is something that Villa have dealt with for its entirety. And in fact, Chelsea's bench looks a bit like Villa's bench, with only a couple of outfield players and the youngsters. But yeah, they're really struggling to come together. So Chelsea probably... Lyndsey, I'll come to you first. Is this probably the best time to face Chelsea at the minute, with all of their injuries that they have?
Yeah, because if you're looking at the squad, they've got a lot of big names out. It's a good time to play them because they're disjointed. The dressing room, there looks to be some friction within the dressing room between characters, so they're not at their strongest. But also, from a selfish perspective, if they are going to start playing the lesser known players to fill the gaps, then we can use it as a shop window to see who we can steal in the summer. So I am
Nice.
looking at
That
it
sounds
from that
good.
perspective. But before the Manchester City game, I was chatting to a Man City fan, and they basically shook my hand and said, really sorry for what we're about to do to you. So I'm quite happy to shake anybody's hand and have the same conversation and then have a 0-0 draw, or even better, a 1-0 win to us. So I'm all for
That'd be
it.
good, wouldn't
Or
it?
more.
Yeah, because
If Kirsty can bang 5 in, that'd be great. But I don't want to. I
that
don't
would
want to
be
be
great.
selfish and ruin it for everybody. So one will do.
Because it just makes you think, because all those four teams at the top, and I'm not going to count Spurs in this because they are still a bit out of the way. We've got City on 46 points, United on 38, Chelsea on 37, Arsenal on 35. So all of those three teams are fighting for a place in Europe. So you'd think, Chelsea's priority, yes, of course, they're in the Champions League this season, of course, but they will want to qualify for next season. And it'd be weird if Chelsea don't, just because they've been there for so long. So they're going to be looking at this and thinking they need a win against us. But Gary, it's not going to be, even though they're going to have, home advantage, we're certainly not going to make it easy for them, are we?
Even when Chelsea have been at full strength, we don't tend to make life easy for them.
No, that's true.
So I really don't think it'll. Chelsea, yes, have been the top team for the last, 5, 6 years. It seems that is slowly starting to crumble, be it players' ages, injuries. They've let a few players leave as well in recent weeks. Um, and I think, if anything, now's the time to play Chelsea. You know, um, like we spoke before the City game, we were expecting City to chin us. I genuinely think that we can go to Chelsea and come away with a draw. If not all 3 points, but we might upset a few people in the comments if we say that.
Let's say it anyway. We're going to take all 3 points. And you won't know
But
what to do with yourselves.
we're hitting what seems to be a nice bit of form. The performance against Man City was fantastic. We grinded out our win against Leicester because Leicester didn't make it easy for us either, but they've something to fight for.
Yes.
And I'd say in the form that we're getting, if we perform against Chelsea the way we did against Man City, I don't think we're going to miss that amount of opportunities twice.
No, it would certainly have put a fire under us to do that. Yeah, 100%. And you just think this weekend as well. I don't know if anyone's looked at the fixtures, but there's so many derbies going on. You've got the Merseyside derby, the Manchester derby, and the North London derby all going on as well. All on Saturday. So Saturday is derby day. And then in WSL 2, Sunderland Newcastle is on Sunday as well. So it's a real weekend for it. So in all of those, United are gonna want to get a result against City to again try and get into Europe. City probably won't let them because they need the title. Arsenal are going to give everything to Spurs because they also want Europe as well. So I think Chelsea need to come out fighting. And they need to try and start early, and they need to look more cohesive. But you're right, I think we can. But if we also start strong, I think we're gonna really really frustrate them. Emma, what are you thinking ahead of the weekend?
Oh
You're on
no!
mute.
Sorry, my
There we go.
So I'm hoping that because the last few games against Chelsea have been so close, like I can't remember, we played them at home. I can't remember what the score was, but I remember the time before that when we played them at home, it was a 1-0. So like it's been quite close recently. It's not been like 6-0, 3-0 like it was before. So I'm hoping that if we start strong, we could maybe get a draw. I'm being a bit optimistic, but like it'd be so nice, and I feel like I'm not going because unfortunately I decided to book a holiday, and I'm now going to miss the whole game. But anyway,
And you call yourself a football fan.
I booked a holiday. There was no match that weekend because I purposely booked the holiday so that I wouldn't miss any football. And then it was like, oh, we've changed the time of the match on the 29th. I was like, there was no match on the 29th. Where's that come from? But anyway, so I'm hoping that when I land, I can either see that we've beaten Chelsea or we've drawn through with Chelsea. To be fair, I'll take it if it's a tight game, but I'd like us to get points from it because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like we deserve it.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Emma. Yeah. We've worked hard. Therefore, give us points, please. So, in that vein, would anyone like to make a prediction for the weekend?
Can I say 1-1?
You can.
I can't say 1-1.
I
I'm going to disagree. I genuinely think that we can get a cheeky win.
Oh,
I love it.
Chelsea's attack right now, in recent games, even this season, Chelsea's attack hasn't been what it has been. I think we can get a 1-0.
I can see that. Yeah.
If I see that, I swear I might die on the runway if I see that when we land.
Please don't die on the runway. We'd really like to have you back.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a really good go.
Is it? You can have a moment, but not the full thing. Not the full thing.
Right.
We want you back.
Maybe just a pass out.
Yes, a little faint. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah. We'll bring you around with some smelling salts. We'll bring you back. But yeah, because I mean, I know some Chelsea fans are saying the hope Aggie Beaver Jones is going to be back. But of course, you know, their injury list is so extensive, and they might have the Aussies back from the Age Women's Cup as well.
Apparently, Sam Kerr might be injured. I've read.
Oh, was she? Oh.
I can't remember where, but I read it the other day.
Okay. Yeah, because obviously Sam Kerr hasn't been playing as much as she probably would have hoped to be. Lots of players coming up to probably leaving at the end of the season as well. So yes, I think it's going to be a huge summer, particularly for Chelsea. So we're just going to have to see, like Lyndsey said earlier, who we can nick, which would be quite nice, off their bench. So yeah, perfect. Okay, anyone else with a prediction, by the way? Anyone else?
I was going to go with 2-1 with the last a goal in the last 10 minutes from us. The nearest the final whistle, the better. And I was going to go with someone like either Ebony or Maltby scoring the winner.
Oh, that'd be a good shout. Yeah, I mean, I'd love Ebony to get a goal again for that confidence and just to settle her in. But yeah, a Rachel Maltby goal. Happy birthday to Rachel Maltby, by the way. She was 19, I think it was yesterday. 19 and having that talent is should be illegal to be that talented.
No, it shouldn't be illegal because she's wearing a Villa kit and she's bloody good.
That's true. She's ours, so it's absolutely fine. We will condone it. We will condone. But no, it just feels really nice to be a Villa fan at the minute, which we had to deal with a lot of frustrating defeats, didn't we, at the beginning of the season, not picking up points, not doing and not achieving what we knew they could. But now it feels like we're getting into a good bit of rhythm indeed. Now then, I think that might be it from us this evening. Nice and short, nice and cheery. Yeah, we will be sorting out all streaming difficulties. So in the future, it should be nice and smooth. So thank you to those who have stuck with us. Would anyone like to shout out anything else before we...
Actually, I was about to highlight, we usually have a wee bit of a blooper, but because we didn't actually have the podcast for the City game, did anybody see on the screen that they put Sonia Bombastor down as the Man City coach?
Yeah.
Like, brilliant.
Oh, that's funny. It's like, how do they manage that? It's not even as if we'd played Chelsea the week before and they'd forgot to change the format or anything like that. Like, someone's typed that in, genuinely believing that it's real. Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
couldn't believe it.
It certainly gave me a bit of a giggle.
It did. I do have to say though, with the stadium announcer and things like that, the best one was, if anyone watched the Champions League matches last night, the Old Trafford one, because they still got the bing bong before the announcement, and it just sounds like you're in an airport, and it's fantastic.
Waiting for Heidi High to come on, aren't you? And just
Yeah.
like,
Dun,
But-
dun, dun.
But
Yeah.
that's going to be Emma next week, and she probably will be giving her a Heidi high down the steps if we get the 3 points against Chelsea.
Singing and dancing, it's like, who gives me alcohol on the flight over?
It's the first thing, literally, because we land at, I think it's 2:15 Spanish time, so I think it's 1:15. So I might catch the last sort of 15 minutes of the game. And the first thing I'm going to do when we land is switch the football on. Well, I'm going to text my mum first so she knows that I'm alive, and then football.
That's priorities. Yeah, you've got
It
them
is.
absolutely right, Emma. Well done,
And
you.
then whenever we get the 3 points, she's going to text all us to let us know that she's alive.
Yeah. We'll just get a text. We've done it. Oh, she's there. There we go.
Yeah.
Have to attract a wild Emma. You put some football on, and hopefully she sees the score. Perfect. Right then, let's leave that there, shall we? So, yes, thank you everyone for watching and for listening. We've finally hit 100 subscribers as well. So yeah, can't wait to celebrate that one. So thank you to everyone watching,
celebrate it
listening,
with the
bearing
win.
with us. And hopefully we celebrate it with a win. Yes, absolutely. We've got some really cool stuff coming up on the podcast. We've got Unlocking the Villa Women's Vault. If you haven't seen those specials yet, please go and do so. They're a lot of fun. And I'll start that sentence again. They really show you the personal history of these incredible women who paved the way to make Aston Villa what it is today. And we've
The
got
ones
some
that we
more.
have done so far have been outstanding. I
They've been
really
great,
love
haven't they? Yeah.
Lorraine's passion as well, you know.
She's so
The-
funny. Yeah.
Nikki's one's just so confident, you know. She always knew that she was a talent, and Lorraine's is just passion. Like you could not stop smiling speaking to her.
Yeah, pure raw passion, wasn't it? Which was incredible, and we've got some more interviews lined up as well. So watch out on socials for those. We're part of the Pride Pod across socials, but we're also in partnership with the Whole 115 Yards. They're our parent channel, and we've got a website with news articles as well, and of course with the Aston Villa fan club as well. So do go check everyone out on social media for all of the latest news. But we will be back next Thursday. I don't fly till Friday, so yes, I'll be back next Thursday. Hopefully talking all about our win away to
I'll
Chelsea.
be back as well. I'll fly back Wednesday.
Oh, there you go. See, we're all going to be here.
Perfect
We'll all be
time.
here. It's as if we planned it. But yes, good night, everyone. Thank you, and we'll see you again next week.
Good night.